Yo, guys, I have Notter here, and this time we're going to go over UBC Week 2. So last time we didn't do all that great. We took an L, and so, this time I'm going to want to do better than that. I know I can, for sure. Just, the background's this, I was actually at this, over the summer, I went to Napa with a friend, John, and so we saw someone's really awesome bathroom, and took a picture of it. And so, we're playing a guy named Brendan, aka Shiny Typhoon. I don't really know much about him, which is why I have the question mark right here. But looking at the matchup, you already know my team. We got, the Kieran Black, Mega Alakazam, Finny, Kruk, Metagross, Mienshao, Savali, Adeno, Bravos, Lazlos, Mantike. He has Hoopa Unbound, right? Oh, it's already super scary. Sylveon, Heatran, Salamence, Donphan, Celebi, Mega Gyarados, Bronzong, Ribombee, Gastrodon. If you notice, those are a lot of 4x weaknesses right there. And I don't really like, and for me personally, I don't think that's a bad thing. It's just what's interesting, it has 2x4 weaknesses. And I have a lot of Pokemon with bug coverage. So what I'm trying to say is basically, when I was prepping, I was really, I had a difficult time deciding what to bring Signal Beam on, or like other bug coverage, if they had 4 Moveslot Syndrome. Specifically on Mega Alakazam. There were so many good moves to run on Mega Alakazam this week. It was really hard deciding on what to bring for it. And Kieran Black here does really well, for sure. Of course, Tapu Fini does pretty well as well, especially with Taunt to shut down the Sylveon. Sylveon seems pretty annoying on his team. Sure, I have Metagross, but Shadow Ball. Salazzle, but Psyshock, and it's not that bulky. And I mean, Savali, like a Steel form, could take it on, but then Steel Savali struggles a lot with Heatran. So, basically the point of Sylveon is actually pretty difficult to deal with. And, but overall, matchup's not, bad. Definitely, compared to last week, this doesn't seem that bad. So, let's get on with the team build. So, right off the bat, we have Kieran Black here. And, of course, this thing was really good versus his team. So, naturally, I bring Earth Power for Heatran. Free Shock with the Z move to get a free kill, assuming Heatran's not the switch-in. Fusion Bolt for Mega Gyarados, and Ice Beam for Ice Stab that can be used outside when I don't have the Z move. So I know it's kind of dumb that I'm basically bringing the same thing as last time, except with a few different moves, but it's so good, I just felt like I can still bring it and still make it work, right? So, having a Jolly or speed boosting nature didn't really do anything for me, so that's why I was able to go with Naughty to maximize that attack potential, which is pretty cool, because that not only enhances Free Shock, but also Fusion Bolt for the Mega Gyarados. Mega Gyarados itself doesn't necessarily seem that threatening, because I have Tapu Fini. But at the same time, if I don't have Tapu Fini, I basically lose, because this Sylveon, as you can see, it's a dark, so it's not weak to it, but what can it do with these moves? Anyways, we're focusing on Kieran Black, right? And so with the EV spread, pretty simple. Next time I'm thinking about, in hindsight, maybe I would put as much attack investment as I needed to, let's say, Oko Sylveon or something, or just do as much damage as I can versus something. And the reason why I say this is to basically make Ice Beam stronger, so that, because I don't want to have a weak Ice Beam, because that's the move I'm going to be using multiple times, I assume. Not Free Shock, which is just once, and even then, that could not, if that's executed poorly, that's essentially a waste of attack. But anyways, let's go on with Tapu Fini. Tapu Fini is, it's meant for Gyarados, but it's also meant for Heatran too, that's why it's more Spidef. Alright, so we got the Surf, we got Moonblast. I put Surf just for the Heatran, Nature's Madness wouldn't be efficient enough to take it down, that's why I have Surf. Moonblast is for Hoopa, and just in general, it's pretty good stab too, but Mega Gyarados, of course. Defog is to get rid of the hazards, because I have a lot of grounded Pokemon, so especially Kyurem, I don't want, that's how, for it to take rocks damage. And then Taunt is for the Sylveon and the Gastrodon to prevent them from recovering, or to prevent them from setting up with Calm Mind or Curse. So EV spread wise, more Spidef for Heatran. I'm not that worried about the Mega Gyarados, to be honest. And even then, Tapu Fini eats up its stab moves really well, so it's not a concern. Next up, we have the Metagross. Akaberry, this is pretty interesting. This is for the Tran to eat up a Lava Plume and then kill it with an Earthquake or something like that. Because if you look at my team, I'm pretty weak to it outside of Fini. Kieran Black's too risky because I don't want to get burned or if Misty Terrain isn't up, and it's also weak against Steel. Tapu Fini could struggle versus a Power Herb Solar Beam set. His Z move mod is Hoopa. Now Hoopa is also a threat too. That's why I had the Sylvali Dark. But about that, enough of that. About that. So Meteor Mash is for the Sylveon. 2-hit KOs guaranteed. Even if it's Fizdef. Rocks for Rocks. Earthquakes for I already explained for Heatran. Ice Punch is for Salamence. EV spread wise, we have Fizdef to really help check Salamence better, and the Spadef isn't that necessarily, I feel, because like Sylveon, I don't think it's going to be an offensive Sylveon set. More so because I feel a defensive set is way more problematic versus my team, and so that's why I have more Fizdef to take on his physical attackers better. Up next, we got Mega Alakazam. This was so difficult. I really wanted to have Signal Beam, but I put Shadow Ball because I just thought, okay, maybe Shadow Ball would be more useful for something like the Bronzong, for example. And Psychic's for Stab, of course. Grass Knot's for the Mega Gyarados and Gastronaut. And Taunt is for to prevent Sylveon from recovering. And just Taunt in general seems really useful here. Unfortunately, I missed out on hitting Hoopa and hitting Heatran, with not having Signal Beam and Focus Blast respectively. So that was pretty difficult. Deciding on Alakazam's moveset was by far the difficult part of my prep, in my opinion. Speed-wise, it's to outspeed fastest mon on the team. What is that? I don't remember. Let's go look. Sorry about that. It's his the Rabambi. Rabambi's really fast, actually. I think it's low-key good, to be honest. So that allowed me to maximize special attack for more power, and then rest in defense. Next we got Rotom, and this set I actually thought was pretty cool to bring. We got the Thunderbolt, we got the Leaf Storm, Signal Beam, HP Ground. I just like the coverage on this. That's why I'm bringing it, to be honest. And just having a ground immunity. That's like the other reason why I brought it. EV spread wise is to help outspeed Mega Gyarados, and everything else just to maximize power and then rest in HP. Looking at this team, up next we have Sylvali. I think I'm pretty weak to Salamence in hindsight. But like I have the Metagross, sure, but it's not like Shuka or anything, it's Akka. So yeah, and then up next we got the Sylvali. I have this dark move on here. This might seem weird to have multi-attack, but it's just for good stab, I feel, especially for something that can hit Bronzong for super effective damage, Hoopa for a lot of damage, and then just like decent against Heatran as well, I suppose. See, the reason why I didn't run, this thing does get bug moves for Hoopa, but that leaves me a little, that definitely leaves me having a difficult time versus Heatran and Bronzong. That's why I have multi-attack, and Pursuits in case, like, I know the Hoopa's going to switch out, and I need it dead. Hoopa, it can also apply to Celebi too, potentially, but Baton, if it's a Baton Pass variant, it doesn't have to worry about Pursuit, because Baton Pass ignores Pursuit, actually. We have Ice Beam. Ice Beam's for the Salamence and Donphan. And we have Parting Shot for Momentum. So we have a Fizdef set because I felt really vulnerable to his physical attackers, specifically Hoopa and Salamence. Of course, Hoopa could be mixed or special, but I feel like it would definitely have Gunk Shot, Dark Stab, Psychic Stab maybe, and then Fighting coverage. And I felt like the Fighting coverage could more so be Fizdef than Spadef. Or like a physical version, special attack, but that would be hard to tell. Anyways, we are going to go on. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I played this like crap, to be honest. Of course, I'm still a bit rusty coming back into Pokemon, but I could have played this so much better. Let's take a look. So it leads off with Salamence, and I lead off with Metagross because I felt like Metagross would be really good as a good lead. Because like Hoopa's the only concern, right? I have Akaberry for the Heatran, and everything else, Metagross is really well. I could go straight up for an Ice Punch right now, right? And he could be Yachi though. See, one of the mistakes I made, first off, was that I don't regret this play. I'm glad I went for Rocks because Rocks are really useful. And he could have definitely gone into Heatran, which is why going for Ice Punch maybe would have not been the most efficient play. But what I should have noticed, right, is that he was not intimidating. Now the reason why I didn't notice is because Metagross has the clear body, right? So it wouldn't have been seen here, it wouldn't have affected Metagross. I should have really checked, because that could have indicated that it's, maybe Choice Scarf, right? Or, yeah, because that's what really I should have noticed, in my opinion. This sounds bad, I don't want to spoil the game or anything, I don't want to spoil it, but like, I'll tell you now, this is Scarf Salamence, and I should have I feel like this was a good hint, the fact that it's Moxie, because Moxie and Scarf go really well together. You have the speed boost, and you can get the attack boost as well. So I really wished I noticed that. I wouldn't have necessarily gone for the attack had I seen that. I would have maybe switched out, or maybe just, I don't know, Ice Punch. I wouldn't have Ice Punch still, because Heat Train would have been a very likely possibility. So with that being said, I could Ice Punch right now, but he goes into Heat Train now. I go into Missile Volley, right? Because it's Fizz-F, so it can eat up an Earthquake. Now at this point, I go for the Parting Shot, because multi-attack wouldn't do much, and I can go to Finny to like easily eat up a Fire move, like right here, and then go for the Defog if he went for his Rocks right now. But now since he didn't go for Rocks, I think I'm going to go for a Surf here. Well, I mean, no, I think I am, but I'm pretty sure I went for Surf. Here's the part that sucks, right? He has a crit, and it does a ton of damage. So already, just like in the game, that really set me back. And yeah, so now I'm forced to switch out to preserve my Finny, and oh wait, no, I can't because I'm locked. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. So yeah, so now I go into Kieran Black, and here's a choke, guys. Check this out. I overpredict. I assumed he would switch out into Sylveon or something, and then I did the damage calc with Fusion Bolt, and if he was more offensive, Fusion Bolt would have killed. But yeah, I made the mistake of just like, I really should have gone for Earth Power, to be honest. So this is cringe. Now he gets up Rocks, my Defogger's dead. So now I go for the Ice Beam because now it's dead. So here's, though that was like the first big mistake in the game at the time that I made. I overpredicted because, see, that risk was not only risking potential Rocks, but also Kieran Black getting hit really hard by a potential Flash Cannon, right? Or Magma Storm. So yeah, I really should have gone to attack what was in front of me, because that was a bigger concern rather than, okay, him maybe switching into Sylveon, right? If he goes into Sylveon, I can go into Metagross, possibly, or just go for the Z Free Shock afterwards, right? And so that's what, here. So I think, okay, he definitely has Protect, right? So the Z, ICM Z here would be too obvious. I should switch out to Metagross. But I am a fool. He predicts that and goes for Shadow Ball. This honestly, like, so my opponent made a good play. Like, he predicted me. I'm not going to talk shit about that. But I'm not going to lie, that annoyed me because I was like, damn, I could have killed this thing with a Z Free Shock, right? Or, you know, like, Sub-Zero Slammer Free Shock. So that sucked. As now I just go back into Kyurem, and it's super obvious right here, right? That I have the Z, ICM Z. And, you know, like, I still go for it because, like, I have no other choice, right? But then he just goes into a sack. So yeah, I got a kill, but it was just a sack, so it doesn't matter, right? And now he goes into Salamence, and then I realize, oh shit, where's my Dragon Resist? Where my Dragon answers at? Both of them are dead. And here, Outrage 2 KOs. I'm like, okay, please get confused now. Does he? No, he does not. I'm just like, damn, I have to sack another thing. So yeah, overall, like, spoilers, I lose this game. So that really stinks. I'm sorry. But I did not play this one well. In my opinion, I could have prepped better. I just feel like Rotom was useless in hindsight. That's probably because he didn't bring, like, I don't know, it's just I feel like Rotom could have easily been replaced by Salazzle maybe, or Dino even. That's the thing, in hindsight, I definitely could have prepped and played better. So I apologize for the bad loss. At least it's a 3-0. 3-0's not that bad. But seriously though, I've already started prepping for my opponent, which is like one of the big mistakes I made. In the past, I would start prepping like Friday, and today is Friday. I started prepping last night, just to give you an idea. And I know it's only one day earlier, but I had midterms this week, so you know, this week's a bit of an exception because I'm not gonna like start prepping when I have midterms to study for. So once my midterms are done, I started prepping, and yeah, I'm also going to. Mocks would be ideal, but I don't know. Mocks also take a while to like execute and stuff. But I'm definitely going to take more time to prep, and which should also help me enhance my battling skills. So my battling skills are, before my break, they were pretty good. So it's definitely the fact that, you know, I'm unfamiliar still a bit. I feel like, though, I'm at the point where I can still be able to play as well as I did before. Because, you know, I still laddered for practice. But just, I don't know, dude. Also, not having Sigaleo on Alakazam definitely hurt a bit. Against that, versus the Hoopa. But yeah, like, these are just little examples. I'm going to get help from people again. Because I've been prepping independently these past 2 UBC games. And so this time I'm going to get help. Because while I am pretty good at team building, no one's perfect alone, right? A lot of people get help. So I'm going to be one of those people. I'm going to get help again, and I will do better. Next week, can I promise you guys a win? Probably not. I can't promise, because it's Pokemon. You got things like hacks to take account. But I will promise you I'll play a good game, all right? I will put up a good fight. And thank you guys for watching, and I apologize for not playing my greatest. Bye-bye.